Sono iniziati i Giochi Olimpici a Parigi e ovviamente tutti gli occhi sono puntati sulla capitale francese. Ci sono centinaia di migliaia, magari milioni di persone che in questo momento si stanno muovendo in lungo e largo per la città per andare a vedere le competizioni. E la domanda è: ma come fanno a gestire tutta questa gente? Per capirlo, sono andato a parlare con Charlotte Guth, che è la direttrice del Dipartimento della Ciclabilità del Comune di Parigi, che mi ha dato un po' di informazioni, non solamente poi sulla gestione del traffico e della mobilità durante le Olimpiadi, ma un po' anche su come la città di Parigi ha gestito il tema della mobilità in bicicletta negli ultimi 6 anni. E qualora una grande città italiana dovesse trovarsi a organizzare delle Olimpiadi, magari invernali, magari nell'arco di un paio d'anni, insomma, potrebbe imparare qualcosa su come gestire i sistemi di mobilità. Ma prima di iniziare, ricordati di cliccare iscriviti al canale e-Bike Italia per aiutarci a diffondere sempre di più la cultura della mobilità sostenibile nel nostro paese. Charlotte, ora tocca a te.
My name is Charlotte. I work for the city of Paris and I've been in charge of bike plan and cycle lanes since 6 years in the public administration.
Okay, and your background is?
I'm a civil engineer.
Okay. So, what are the results in the last year since you came to place in terms of cycling in the city?
The results that you can see the most is that we have way more cyclists. I don't even know how much, but maybe twice the number of cyclists we had before.
In 6 years?
In 6 years, I'm not sure of the twice because it's always moving.
Yeah.
We have new cyclists almost every day. It's amazing. And we have new kind of cyclists also because previously it was mainly men, and now we have parents with kids on the bike. We have kids on the bike on their own bikes, and we have people with the dog, whatever.
Okay.
So it's really like the mix of cyclists have changed, and it's a great achievement. And we were able to achieve that with a great number of cycle lanes that we've built. And I don't know how many because it's changing every day because we are getting ready for the Olympics, so we deliver new cycle lanes every week.
Okay.
Until in 3 weeks where we have to get everything ready.
Okay.
And now we have more than 450 kilometers of cycle lanes. It's like twice the number of cycle lanes that we used to have 6 years ago.
Okay, how did you get to such a good result?
Well, if you want to improve, you need 3 things. First, political will, like everyone say, but it's not the only thing that you need. The other one is we had a really strong, and we still have a really strong bike association, lobbying for more cycle lanes. Even when the mayor said, I will do all that, and we delivered, they were saying, okay, it's not enough. I still want more. And also you need public administration or a DOT that is focused on that and has the money and the ability to actually deliver all those lanes. And from the public administration or the DOT point of view, what is important is that first that you go fast, so you deliver the cycle lanes pretty fast, but also the cycle lanes that you build, they are good enough.
Okay.
So they cannot be gold standards as the Dutch would do the cycle lane because it's a level that we cannot achieve at the moment. But you cannot go really with bad design because otherwise you will not convince anyone. We spend millions in the cycle lanes and you really need to have a show up in the end, so to have convinced more cyclists to come. That way you can say, okay, car driver, you lost something, you have one lane and you have more congestion, but look, we have gained cyclists. The aim of the project was achieved.
Okay, so you're an engineer.
Yes.
And is it just a matter of infrastructure or there is more?
It's a yes and a no. A yes is depending on how low or high is your bike share in the city. If your bike share is really low, at the beginning, the bike lanes, you should focus on bike lanes. Because you will have easy cyclists, but the easy cyclist will be valid, mostly in the 30s, 40s, mostly men or not a good share of women, but you won't have some people you will not get with the cycle lanes. But when you're starting low, you need numbers, you need cyclists, because it's a way you can say, look, when you build cycle lanes, we have cyclists, and you need this result really quick. That way you can show everyone around and the other politicians that are not really keen that, look, this has results really fast, and you have voters, you gain voters really fast if you do that. So when it's low, you can go like this, only on cycle lanes, but then it's not enough. You need more services, you need parking space, and for special communities or kind of people, you have to go see them and show them, look, you can try a bike, and but they will not come by themselves.
What about the cultural aspect, communication?
It's really important. I not focus on that because I'm public administration, and communication is really the main topic of politicians and also bike associations. So of course you need a strong communication saying, okay, biking is going to be good for you. You can try, or you can not try as you wish, but you can try. You have cycle lanes in all the districts. You can try if you wish, and if you wish, this is what you will gain. And also have all these small events during weekends, for example, where people can try. Okay, I can, maybe this weekend I will ride the bike just to have a tour of Paris. We have once a year this car-free Paris.
Okay.
So all Paris is closed for cars, and everyone can cycle or walk and say, okay, today maybe I cannot use the car, I will cycle. And this can start the click, and maybe in 6 months people will say, okay, maybe I can try to cycle to go to work because it's sunny, and
Yeah.
so you also need that.
And what about the relation between the public administration and the local association? There must be a problem for you, right?
There are the problem and the solution. The problem because they're always pushing for more, which they should do. The problem sometimes is that push it not really nicely towards us, and it's tough to have criticism on your own job, but it's part of the game. But we really need them to push the politician for more and push people, and to be present at public hearing. When we present a project to the people of the streets, we need people at the audience saying, I need this cycle lane. And this cycle lane is not wide enough, because we have people, drivers, saying, we don't need the cycle lanes, I need to park my car, this project is not good for the streets. So we really need them, but also it's tough when they criticize us.
And this is good when they criticize it. You think that it's something good for you?
It's good when it's done in the good way. It's not you're bad. It's more that the design that you propose to us is not good enough for this reason and this reason and this reason, and I would like you to improve it if it's possible, and not you're a bad designer. It's completely different when we receive this kind of criticism, and some of the criticism they make, we cannot change things.
You have a consultancy process with associations, right?
Yes, we consult them. We have a regular meeting every month for the project, for the cycle lanes. It's every month, and we show them the intention of the design. Like, okay, in this street, we intend to make one lane on each side of the street, and we move a car park or whatever. And they say, okay, it's a good project, or okay, maybe we can improve the project like this, or I'm against this project.
Yes.
Just when it's the idea of the project. So we say, okay, we are okay with the idea of the project, that's great. And then we move to the next phase, which is the drawings. And when we have the early drawings, so not the finished one, the early ones, which are not perfect even from our point of view, we show the drawings to them and say, okay, what would you change on it? And half of the time we say, okay, myself also, I was saying that we need to improve the project.
Okay.
And we take what we can, and what we cannot, we don't change.
Of course, sometimes you have to subtract space from cars and
Yes.
give them to pedestrians or to cyclists, to bicyclists, and so on. Did you experience any bike clash in Paris? I mean, was everybody happy about the decision that were made by the administration, or something happened, something that you got any complaint about?
For sure, we had complaints. If you don't have complaints, you're not going far enough. So we have a lot of them. We have lawsuits. So people go sue us on courts saying this is a bad project. The judge should stop the project. It's a fight for space, and it's a fight for like a better way of living in Paris. Because one day it will be 50 degrees in Paris during the summer. It's going to be really tough, and you will have always a car driver with the AC icon on the car and say, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, what's the point with cycling about that? I mean,
the point is that it allows to have another choice of travel, because for some people public transportation is not an option, but cycling can be an option. For those people who do not want to be in a really crowded train, because this is where we are in Paris, they say, okay, I need to get the car. But now we say, no, you can take public transportation or you can take the bicycle. So you have option. Do not say to me, okay, I can only be myself in my own car. And also it's a way also of reducing the space for cars that we need, because we have too much of them. And basically cycling, it makes people happier.
So we say that since cycling is very important for this administration, we need an office dedicated to that.
Yeah, basically you need to have the organization of DOT. It should be a mirror of the priority of the administration. If tomorrow Paris administration focus on something else, probably the DOT should change to match with the organization, to match the priorities of the mayor, future mayor. And that's because the mayor is elected by the Parisian, and the DOT, we serve the Parisians.
What is the most effective thing you can do in a city in order to change behaviors?
If you're a mayor, I mean, when you're elected, you have this big plan that you want to put in your city. But actually, the people doing the plan, it's not the mayor, it's not the elected official. It's administration. They are the one that deliver the project. And so the first thing would be to look at the people who are actually doing the thing. Is there enough people? Are the people like educated in the thing that you want to do? It will not be shown to the public. You will not like communicate to the public. Look, I change the way the administration is working. So probably you also need some quick results, like maybe a really small project that you can implement really quickly to draw the future of all your other projects. Like, look, I've made only this street with a lot of trees, and it's cool for cycle, and kids can cycle. This is what we will do in the entire, not the entire city, but during the term that I'm a mayor, and everyone can see and feel the results.
So like showing the vision immediately.
Yeah, showing it. Because when you're urban planner and everything, you all educated in these subjects, but when you're speaking to someone who's have their own life and they're not passionate about streetscape or urban planning, they would probably not know what you can achieve with having a tree in place of a parking spot.
And what's the biggest mistake you can do when you approach the topic of cycling in urban area?
The biggest mistake, I think, is to imagine that it's going to be easy. You have backlash, it's not easy. It's a fight, and if you don't have backlash, the project will achieve nothing. Because you will not have enough constraint on cars, and people will not shift on bikes. So we'll have a project with no one to show. It's like, if you build a bridge, it's going to be really beautiful. Look at my beautiful bridge, but if no one is using the bridge, you will just have spent public money, and people will say, what? You spent public money and you have nothing. So you need to prepare for the fight, and if it's easy, it should never be easy. If it's easy, it's not the good direction.
Any other thing you want to add or to share? Something?
Just to share that we're really proud to have the Olympics coming, and if you ever come to Paris, you can bike if you go to the Olympic competition. We prepared the park space, bike parking at the competition sites to up to 10% of the number of people in the stadium. So it's quite big, and the bike parking, they have surveillance, so that's safe. and you have cycle lanes because we build them really fast to be ready. And so you can take a bike, go to the competition site, park your bike, watch the game, and then come back by bike to your hotel. At the start, the tender of Paris was to, okay, it's no car, it's 100% public transportation, which is great. But 100% means 0% for cycling. If just one person comes to the stadium by bike, then it's a shame. They have nothing, they cannot park the bike. The image that you show, it's like we don't care for cyclists. It's the most greenest way to go to the stadium. The competition are in the city. It's in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them. But you can go by foot. And you can walk by the river, see the beautiful thing, and just arrive by foot at the site. And also some more bikes for people to, because we assume not everyone will have a bike, more bikes that people can rent or use.
Do you feel ready for the Olympic Games?
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Right. Okay, thank you.